Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, home to the Florida State Seminoles. And just listen to this crowd energy. Every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead. As we'll see a team that made use of a bye week, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Noles will kick this deep to begin the game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Getting set. Here's second down. And now the running back's got it again. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 40-yard line.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence, and you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They'll run it to the left. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
I tell you, this running back from Texas A&M is dangerous when he has room to work. Great speed, good job of picking up the first down. And, Chris, you just think about some of the backs that they've had when they've had a chance to put that Texas A&M uniform on. Dante Hall, some people forget, was a Texas A&M running back. Devon Achane, of course, more recently. And even Isaiah Spiller, good, tough blend of toughness and speed.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He's got some room. Can he get there? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield, and that's why he got that ball to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT.
That makes the score Texas A&M 7, Florida State 0.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And your Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and 10.
Line getting set up. It's a first down play. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And here's the handoff. Breaking tackles.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Snags the quick throw. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up, to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Powers through a tackle. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I'll tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
And the Seminoles with 1st and 10 here. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. The pocket breaking down. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
The Noles are going to take advantage of this red zone trip. Here comes a throw from the red zone, bringing pressure. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
7th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback making some changes at the line. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
Went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The short completion of the tight end. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Finds an open target on the left side. And that will pick up a 1st down. They'll spot it at 38.
A pickup of 8. Good enough for 1st down.
A new set of downs after that completion. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
The Aggies will send their punt team onto the field. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Florida State. He just sprints into the end zone. Wow, so the punt return all the way to the house to put his team in front now.
Well, that's one way to do it, right? You don't have to worry about your own offense putting points on the board when you get a score from the return team. 6 points on the board, heck of a return, and they're up.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. A handoff to the back. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
The back's got it on the pitch. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 14, Texas A&M 7.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
The sack sets up an important 3rd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on 3rd down and long. And they do a good job at taking away things downfield, but, man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards, and now he gives the offense a chance here on 4th down.
The ball near midfield. The offense going to go for it on 4th down. They'll toss it to the right side. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they
looking to throw it deep. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Made the defense look slow that time.
We're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Comes the Aggies offense back on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. They're going to run it here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down and 10. Press coverage now from the secondary. And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you've got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. Looking for the wideout. The veteran quarterback lucky that didn't result in a takeaway.
Chris, it's funny. I think this quarterback underestimated the athletic ability of this linebacker. He sees zone right away. He's thinking he's got some underneath windows and opportunities to get the ball to his skill guys. But this linebacker steps in front of him and makes a heck of a play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get him behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And a returner brought down by that coverage team. Comes the Florida State offense on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback's got it on the option. Got the first down, now looking for more. Breaks into the clear, it's a sprint. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for that first down.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking downfield. Oh, the pass is picked off. Can he take it all the way? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The tight end has got it. Breaking free at the 35. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And now the handoff. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Chris, that last carry puts him now at 100 yards for the game, where he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop in front of him, then use that burst to pick up some good gains today.
1st and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, A&M.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the 2nd quarter. This is a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They make the stop to get the ball carrier down. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. Important 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He's looking deep here. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He pulls in the catch. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a 1st down. The Seminoles looking to run some tempo here. 6-9-1, on 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
This offense is clicking. Clearly, everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Caught. Completion. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35. And the Noles will have 1st and 10 here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. There's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, what a great call here by this defense. They're playing man coverage. The free safety kind of roaming the middle of the field. Uses his eyes to be able to read the quarterback and really anticipates the throw to come up with that interception.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Tight end goes in motion before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. Got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Finds room at the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Aggies will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They get the second half started with the running play. Breaking free at the 35. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Noles.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. And the single back takes the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. That picks up a first down. They'll spot it at the 39.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And they'll go right back to him on first down.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial 4th down try. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
This crowd is trying to make a difference in this football game and cheering on their defense, and that play right there will make everybody take a seat. What a great job of converting here.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. On the tight end, grabs it over the middle. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, that's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Second down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Extra point try coming now. And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21.
That makes the score Florida State 28, Texas A&M 21.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. On the field. Last possession, a perfectly blocked running play. They scored in one play. Can they keep it going? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in his football game.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so it's a 2-touchdown lead, 35-21. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And the returner forced out at the 11. That's where they'll start this drive, backed up. Here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Ball carried by the running back. Brought down at the 11-yard line.
Second down after that previous play. Ball handed off. In the clear at the 25.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Ball handed off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Linebackers making some adjustments now. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Look out, he's got some space. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick six. Touchdown, Seminoles. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. He'll take a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And he knocks it right through.
The kick is good. That makes the score Florida State 42, Texas A&M 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Gets some blocks. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there as far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go, and then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching it.
This is a squib kick picked up by one of the up men. Returner tackled right there. That's what will start the drive.
A&M offense will take over.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
At the 33-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pass falls incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. The Aggies will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. A running play called on 4th down. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Oh, it's a reverse. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Hey, I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands, I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Florida State, 49. Texas A&M, 28.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long. At that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Pre-snap motion from the offense. That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Brings up 4th down.
Well, a field goal here does them no good. So the offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Launching one to the end zone. And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
Chris, they had exactly what they wanted. I can't believe this would have been a touchdown, but he drops the ball on 4th down.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on 3rd down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at 4th down and long with the lead, tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
Just able to get it away. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
Receiver in motion now. Defense is nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Handoff running right. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Looks like the defense has it.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. And they'll stop him after a short gain. It's 3rd down for the offense. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Gets the first and still running. Tackle made after a solid gain and sparked the ball for 51.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Jukes to get free. The defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And he'll set up to throw. Checks this down to the running back. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that 1st down yardage.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. QB decides to keep it here. Breaks loose at the 45.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Takes the toss and heads left. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Brought down at the 37. Coming up, 4th down.
Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. Well, they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.